up, Smashers? Guess what? We're not in the gym today. We're going to be talking about hip rotations. Now, the only reason we're not in the gym today, by the way, and if you hear some dogs barking, it might be mine, it might be a neighbor's dog, who knows? But we're going to be going over some hip rotations and the way the hip functions. I know I did a mobility video yesterday on the hip issue, so I'm just going to hang out here and sit down. You get to get a glimpse of the backyard and see what's going on, well, part of it, and another nice California day. But the hip is a really misunderstood joint. Remember, it's a ball and socket, so you got 360 degrees of motion, and you need to explore that. And the problem is we spend all our days sitting in a chair or doing muted squats or really, really funky deadlifts where Jesse Burdick would look at you and go, what is that? And if you guys don't know who Jesse Burdick is, check him out. He's a strong badass. So I'm going to show you 3 ways to free up that hip really, really fast, and you can do it without a band. Actually, make it 4 ways. We're going to do it without a band. So you guys are asking me where I get my bands. You can get them on Amazon. There's a ton of them. You're going to need a 1/4 inch. You're going to need a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and a 1 inch. You can go all the way up to a 1.5 inch, which is the one I used for yesterday for the TFL mobilization. So anyway, the funky thing about the hip is that it gets really, really glued down. That joint capsule gets really, really tight. The adductors get super tight. The rectus femoris gets tight. The hamstrings get super tight. You lose all that roll, slide, glide. And how many days have you spent in couch stretch, pigeon, and foam rolling to get pretty much absolutely nowhere? And if you talk to my boys over at Active Life RX, Sean and Jeremy, these guys know what they're talking about. I'll tell you right now, they'll tell you foam rolling. It's good to feel good, and that's about it. But you're not going to break up that scar tissue anytime soon, foam rolling. So I'm going to give you some stuff to do. It's super funky, and it's going to work. So let's get you guys mobile. So I'm in socks. So first thing you want to do is you want to explore that 360 degrees. So you want to get in basic position, all fours, quadruped, whatever you want to call, nice and neutral spine. This is super, super easy. You're going to bring your knee up, you're going to come all the way around, and then you're going to go all the way. I want that leg rotated back like that. So you're going to swing all the way in. So what you're doing is you're coming in and you're exploring all 360 degrees of motion. This is a game changer for most of you guys. Trust me, you're going to do it and you're going to go, holy crap, that was horrendous. That's number 1. I would do 10 each side. That's number 1. Number 2 is, you can call it the 90-90 floss, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to sit like this. So this is at 90 degrees. This is at 90 degrees. Now, I'm going to tell you to grab your ankle because neurologically, your nervous system is going to freak out and you're probably, expect cramps. I'm going to tell you that right now. The TFL is going to cramp. The glutes are going to cramp. Quads are going to cramp. So expect some cramps. So grab the leg and you're going to take it and floss it into a neutral position and then bring it all the way back, and you're regaining a lot of that internal rotation. So post out with this hand. This is super funky. And then you're just going to come up. Notice I dragged the foot. You're going to come like this. I'm still posted out with this hand. Okay, I've just done this a lot, so I'm going to hold myself up. And then you're going to come back down and you're going to hang out. You're going to do that while staying upright. Come all the way up. Come all the way down, and as slow as possible without being too ridiculously slow. That's going to recover a lot of that internal rotation and that roll, slide, glide on that joint, the hip socket itself. Remember this bump out here? That's not your hip. That's a greater trochanter of the femur. The hip is deep in here, and it's a 360 degree joint, so you got to have that roll, slide, glide. I can't stress that enough. That's number 2. Do this 10 times each side at least, if not 15. Do it in the office and see what they say. That's what I would do. I would do it in the office. Okay, all right, so we had a misfire on the video. I didn't realize I had so little space on my phone from all these mobility videos. So I'm on number 3, in case you guys forgot. Number 3, still chilling in the backyard, is going to be that. So all you're going to do for number 3 is you're going to get in that figure 4 position. Remember what I said? We've seen this one before. This is going to hit that TFL, but a little bit differently. It's going to hit the piriformis and all those rotators that I hip too to free that up, so you get that roll, slide, glide. Maybe I'll just hang out here and enjoy the sun a little bit. So you're going to fold back like this. All you're going to do is roll over and camp out. For how long? Yeah. You guys want to post some funky hashtags, go hashtag 2 minutes. There's probably a bunch already there. Hang out like this. Now, the fact that I did one side, you got to do the other side. You got to do both. That's number 3. Number 4, remember what I said, we got to find a spot to do this. Don't want to be falling into anything. Can you imagine that? You hear a splash, it'd just be an awful day. Yeah, let's see if we can get this done. So this is going to be a hip hinge, but this is a big deal because it's the hamstrings. Now, everybody locks out, bends forward, and they wind up stretching their low back. and rounding out to do this. So they grab their toes, but all that mobility is in the lumbar spine. So there's two ways of doing it. You can do this, but there's an easier way and a much more effective way. You're gonna get about a foot apart. You're gonna stick your butt out a little bit. You're just gonna do what's called a hip hinge. So you're gonna come up, so get about a foot from the wall. We're gonna pretend this is a wall right now. You're gonna get a foot from the wall. You're gonna just be like this. You're gonna get away from the wall, and you're just gonna bend forward until you feel the wall. Then come on back up. And then you're gonna do the same thing, knees bent, so slightly engaged, and then just come all the way forward until what? Booty hits the wall. Hang out. You know what you're gonna say? Holy hamstrings. That's super important. You keep that neutral spine, super tight neck. Unload those hamstrings. All you're gonna do is engage and disengage. Trust me, you might even be sore tomorrow. My son's awesome today, huh? If you're sore, you send me a message about being sore. I'm just gonna make you do harder stuff. Stiff-legged deadlifts, Romania deadlifts. Like I said, I'll have Jesse come over and he'll make you guys do deadlifts for days. Hey, I'm Trev, SmashweRx, not in the gym today. Have an awesome day. See you guys tomorrow.